Srimathe Ramanujaya Namaha, Srimad Varavara Munaye Namaha, Srimad Lokarya Mahagurave Namaha. Thiruppavai 16th Pasuram starts with Nayaganay Ninra Nandagopanuடைய Koyil Kapane. This Pasuram talks about Acharya Vaibhavam. Acharyas are the ones that take us to Sri Rama or Sri Krishna, to the Lord. They are the ones that show us the meanings of the Shastras, the hidden meanings, how they have been, the Shastras have been demonstrated, exhibited in the Itihasas, Puranas, etc. And then they are the ones that remove our ignorance and take us onto the lotus feet of Sriman Narayana. Here in the 16th Pasuram, Andal and her team, they've gathered all of the Gopikas and they are now going to Krishna's palace. At the Krishna's palace doorstep, they are praying to the Dwarapalakas and the Kshetrapalakas. That is, they are praying to the guards of Nandagopa's palace and the guards that hold the door. Now these doorkeepers, they are the representatives of the Acharyas, because inside Nandagopa's palace lies Krishna, and he is the one that is Veda himself, and the key to getting to him is through these doorkeepers. Similarly, our Acharyas hold the key to the Vedams and the Shastrams and the Itihasams and the Puranams. If not for their beautiful explanations, if not for their compassion in being able to give all of these meanings to us and to lead us in the right path, we will never be able to get Krishna who's locked inside those Vedas. Such is Acharya Vaibhavam that is explained in this Pasuram. Now let us jump into some of the Sri Ramayana references that are mentioned for this Pasuram. The first one is in the introductory verse itself. That is, when we have to go and approach Krishna, we said that we have to go through an Acharya, right? Just like how when Vibhishana came to the ocean shores to surrender to Rama, he first approached the Vanaras. He told them, Nivedheta Mam Kshipram, quickly, please go and tell Rama that I, who is the brother of the evil Ravana, has come. So he approaches Rama only through the other Vanaras, through the devotees. So that is what we need to do when we approach Krishna as well. Now let's next look at some of the phrases here. The first one is Nayaganay Ninna Nandagopanuடைய Koyil Kapane. Now they are all going to Krishna's palace. So they could have said Kannanuடைய Koyil Kapane. But they did not say Kannanuடைய Koyil. Instead they said Nandagopanuடைய Koyil Kapane. Why is that? And that is because that's what Krishna likes. He likes to be called as Nandagopan Kumaran. Just like how Rama, he liked to be called as the son of Dasharatha. That's how he liked to be referred. And even when he brings Sita back to Ayodhya in the Pushpaka Vimana after Ravana was killed, as they approach the city, Rama says, Rajadhani Pitur Mama. He says, this is, oh Sita, this is the capital of my father's kingdom. Rajadhani, this is the capital. Pitur Mama, of my Pita. But then 14 years ago, Dasharatha has already passed away. But then still Rama takes great joy in referring to that city as the city of his father. Similarly, Krishna also likes to be called as Nandagopa's son, Nandagopan Kumaran, and his palace to be called as Nandagopa's palace. That's why he says, that's why Andal says, Nandagopanudaya Koyil Kapane. Now, Nandagopa, he got something that Dasharatha did not get. And what is that? Dasharatha wanted Rama to be crowned as the crown prince, to be coronated. So he says, Yuvaraja Mamanyata. Dasharatha says, I would like to see Rama as the Yuvaraja, the crown prince. That did not happen. Whereas for Nandagopa, for Krishna, he is called as Nandakon Ilavarasu. Ilavarasu means the crown prince. Nandakon Ilavarasu meaning the crown prince of Nandagopa. And he is also referred as, Krishna is also referred as Vasudevan Madurai Mannan. That is, he is the king of Mathura. That Vasudeva, who is the king of Mathura. That which Dasharatha could not get, Nandagopa was able to get. Next is the phrase Koyil Kapane. Koyil Kapane meaning the one who guards the palace. Now, it is because these guards are around that Andal says they are able to breathe. They are able to breathe because otherwise they are worried that Krishna will be in danger. It is because this guard is protecting the palace and Krishna, they are able to get some life. Now, here a beautiful example is mentioned, a beautiful reference to Sri Ramayanam is mentioned. It happens when Rama meets Guha. The incident itself is narrated by Guha when Bharata comes at a later stage and he first meets Guha before proceeding to Chitrakuta to meet Sri Rama. So at that time, Guha recounts this incident that happened when Rama met Guha. So what happened at the time? At the time, Rama and Sita were lying down at Guha's place and they were spending the night. So at that point, Lakshmana was worried. He was worried if a danger will fall upon Rama and Sita. So he stayed up all night guarding them. But Guha felt, oh my god, there's already this brother Bharata who snatched away the kingdom. Remember, at this point, Guha has not met Bharata yet. He's recounting all of the stories to Bharata at a later date after he sees Bharata. So he says his thought at the time when Rama came and when Rama was spending the night at Guha's palace was, oh, this brother Bharata, he has already taken away Rama's kingdom. Now this other brother Lakshmana, he's come with him. What if this brother Lakshmana causes harm to Rama? So he's awake and he tries to keep a watch on Lakshmana and Rama to make sure that Lakshmana will not cause any harm to Rama. Now, what happens beyond this is Guha is the king of that forest, right? So he has a set of people, his own people. Those people now start doubting Guha. They are worried, okay, Rama is lying down, Lakshmana is awake, we don't know what harm Lakshmana is going to cause on Rama. Why is this Guha awake? What harm is he going to cause to Rama? So they are also awake and they are also going around protecting Rama. Such is the nature of those who have seen the beauty of Rama's face just once. A great Acharya called Pillailokam says, ஒரு நாள் முகத்திலே விழித்தவர்களை படுத்தும் பாடு இது. So just one, Guha and his people, they have seen Rama just once. And seeing him just once makes them suspect everybody else. And they want to protect. So these Gopikas, they are also worried about what will happen to Krishna because there is Kamsa, there are all those Asuras who come to just find their way somehow and kill Krishna. So for them, the relief comes only because there is this Koyil Kapan who's protecting the palace of Nandagopa. This is yet another characteristic quality of a Sri Vaishnava. Just like how Periyalvar, he was worried about what will happen to Perumal when he saw him on Garuda. Now, who is Andal? She is that Periyalvar's daughter, right? So there is no wonder that she is also worried about what will happen to Krishna. So this is this quality of a Sri Vaishnava that worries about what will happen to Perumal. And as a reason, they always do Mangala Sasanam. That's why Periyalvar says Pallandu, Pallandu, Pallandu. So this is a very, very beautiful reference to Sri Ramayana that is mentioned in this Pasuram. And because of this worry, they would go and do things that are unnatural for them. Which is, it is said that the people of Ayodhya, they will pray to all the gods, asking for protection of Sri Rama. Sarvan Devan Namasyanti is the phrase in Sri Ramayanam. So such is the love, the prema, the fear they have out of love. Next is the phrase Kodithondrum Toranavasal Kapane. Kodithondrum. Let's look at Kodithondrum. So the Kodi is the flag that is hoisted on Nandagopa's palace. Just like how Bharata, when he came to meet Sri Rama, he could not bear. He was like, oh, where is Rama? Where is Rama? Where is Rama? He was looking for it, and his mind found some relief only when he saw the bark attire that Rama wears that is hung outside their hut. Only when he sees that does Bharata get some relief. Similarly, to differentiate and to ensure that all these gopikas, Andal and her gopikas, they will have some relief that this is Krishna's palace, to indicate that these flags are hoisted on Nandagopa's palace. The next reference to Sri Ramayanam that we are going to see is in the Thal Thiruppavai. Thal Thiruppavai. Thal means a lock and a key or a door, the door lock. So they pray to the guard to open the doors. Now the question comes, why are the doors locked to this house? Why are the doors locked to this palace? Because Krishna himself, can any harm come upon him? Nothing can come upon him. He is Bhaya Nama Pahari. That is, he will take away Bhayam by Bhayam, that is fear, just by his name. So in such a place, such a place where Krishna is, what is the necessity to lock the doors? Well, the answer is explained through a reference to Sri Ramayana. In Sri Ramayana, the king is Dasharatha. And Dasharatha he was the one who he won over this demon or this bad king called Samparantaka. And he had this city called Ayodhya, which means it cannot be, the name of the city Ayodhya itself means that it cannot be beaten. It cannot be won over in a war. And Dasharatha was also very brave. He was also a great warrior. And not just that, his sons, all four of them were great warriors. And not just that, all those four people, they will do whatever is their duty. They won't go and attract trouble. And they were safely raised in the king's palace. Unlike Krishna, where Krishna lived in the Dwapara Yuga, where the atrocities are much more compared to the Treta Yugam that Sri Rama lived at. And not just that, he was Nandagopa's son, and Nandagopa is a Parama Sadhu. That means he is a very timid person. And these boys, Krishna and Balarama, are they ones who will not go and attract trouble? No. They will go out of their way to bring trouble onto themselves. So in such a place, time and scene, Why will we not be afraid of some harm coming upon Krishna? And that is the reason why the doors are locked. Isn't this such a beautiful reference to Sri Ramayana here? The next one that's mentioned is Manivannan Nennale Vainirdan. That is, now the doorkeeper asks them, okay, what do you want? Why have you come? And they say that, oh, this Krishna, he had already promised us the instruments that are needed for them to complete their vratam. So the doorkeeper asks, if that is the case, what is the proof? Shouldn't it have been said publicly? To which Andal and her Gopikas team, they say, oh, but he is none other than Rama. Ramodhvirnabhibhashate. That is, Rama does not have two words. He just speaks what he means and he does what he speaks. So there is no necessity for him to say something in public because he's going to keep up what he promised. And then the next phrase is Tuyomai Vandom. Okay, we've come with utmost purity. And what is the purity here? Did they take a bath? Did they take a shower? Is that what is being referenced to here? No. We know that when Vibhishana came to the ocean shores to meet Sri Rama, he did not take a dip in the ocean to purify himself. He just came just like how he was. Similarly, we have come with the thought that we have just him. We don't have anybody else. So, similarly, Andal here says that is what is tuime, that is what is purity, that our protection is his duty. That is the next reference in the Tuyomai Vandom phrase. Tuyilera Padman. Andal and her team say they will go and sing to wake Krishna up because his sleep itself is so beautiful. And when they go to do that, they can also watch Krishna sleep. And his sleep, the way he sleeps is so beautiful. Just like how Sri Sita Devi, she watched peacefully how Rama slept on her lap. He was so beautiful when he slept. Tuyilara Padavan. So Vayal Munna Munnam Matrade Amma Ni Nesa Nilai Kadamam Nikelor Empavai. So with that, Andal and her team pray to the doorkeepers to open the doors to Krishna's palace. Let us also think about our Acharyas, the grace they shower on us, the words of Krishna and Rama, and how beautifully Andal has given it all to us in such simple pasurams. Andal